Welcome back, everybody. This week on the Inkwell, we're taking a look at Krishna Yellow Valley. It's been a while since I've done a Krishna video, and to be quite honest, this isn't even the color I was planning. But things do happen. In this case, I was looking at dark chocolate in Yellow Valley and thought I had chosen dark chocolate. Looking at my shopping cart, I decided to give in to my mistake. Hey, it was 2 in the morning or something like that, and I wasn't paying attention. We'll go with that. Anyways, Krishna is another of the budget inks that I wanted to look at because their 20ml bottles come in at a very affordable $8 per bottle. Sure, the bottles aren't anything special in the looks department, but I think we can agree that they don't need to be. What matters is whether or not the inks keep us wanting to use them, and after a week or so with this ink, I think that may be the case. So let's take a look. Now, one thing I've noticed with yellow inks, at least the handful I've tried, is that I find them annoyingly light when going down on the paper. Most do darken up, but some of them don't. With Yellow Valley, I'm not having any problems at all. It's slightly light out of the nib, but it still has a good contrast on the paper, and it's pretty quick to darken up. Another important thing to note, I'm not having any starting issues with this ink either. It's pretty well lubricated, and for a person like me that likes to just stop writing mid-sentence, then hold his pen up, nib exposed, for a minute or 15, it helps to have an ink that'll let me get right back to writing. This does seem a little in contrast, though, to the quick medium dry time of around 20 seconds, but I would say that's a good thing. And looking at the shading, I definitely like what I'm seeing here. If I had tried this ink in a broader double broad Euro nib, I'm pretty sure that I could see some of the darker tones coming through in this ink. But as it is, I'm getting the nice mid-tones out of my medium nib. Knowing that this ink has that kind of range is really nice, and it's definitely something I like to see in a budget ink. But how does it hold up to water? I'm going to get some fresh ink here on the paper, and then we'll get started. Okay, this is a really good test. On a yellow or orange ink, it's common to see nothing left after a water test, but here we have a nice gray underlayer that really sticks around. That's not bad at all for a budget ink. So bringing it back around, this is a good ink at a good price. What we have here is unexpected water resistance, good lubrication, a decent dry time, and a nice price point at 20ml for $8. Where it could be improved would be, switching up the bottle size to the same size used for the waterproof inks. I mean, that would take the value to the next level, and I would love to see that change for all Krishna inks. But for an ink with a color that could have been extremely temperamental, I think this is a good purchase, even if it does come off looking like a light beer. We can forgive it for that. That's going to wrap up this week's video. Support the channel by either using the pinned Chalet code down below, or sign up on Patreon to get these videos a week before everybody else. Also, follow the channel by clicking on the social links down below, And catch me on my podcast, Two Guys, Zero Planners, that I do with Urban Hafner on your podcast player of choice. I'll see you next week.